This project is the most exciting piece of work I've ever done. I'm going after my musical ambition. It's what I want to do. I've released albums before with other groups and other bands, and with what we've been able to pull together here is definitely the strongest material I think I've ever worked on.
If something's important enough to you, we make time.
I've been lucky to pull together players and writers that I've always wanted to work with. This is the album I've always wanted to make. Now I've made it, and here it is.
I'm Ben, and I sing.
The name is Evil. Play guitar, and do the best I can. We met here at the St. Rock Studios. We ended up doing a lot of shows together here in Sydney.
So breaking up with my last band, and then
I was quiet.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, we released our album.
The album got out there, and a bloke by the name of Danny Saber got his hands on it.
You want the true story or the abridged? I got involved in this project through a mutual friend, and I met young Benjamin, and he told me he had a band and sent me some music, and we sort of took it from there.
Yeah, we were obviously interested in him because go through his resume, he's worked with Ozzy, Alice.
I produced a band called Black Grape, got hooked up with Sean Ryder. We went off and made this record called It's Great When You're Straight Yeah. It was a #1 record. The Rolling Stones and David Bowie and U2 were all fans of the record, and Michael Hutchence. But Michael was instrumental in putting me on, so to speak.
You'd be crazy not to take his call, and took his call. Yeah, in a weird way, we sort of clicked. I mean, we're two different people, but we seem to have a common love of music. And Danny invited me and out to LA, and it went from there. I actually asked him, why did you spend all this time with me? And
when I met Ben and we sort of struck up a bit of a, friendship, he was, so sincere in his quest. Like making a record is sort of like, it's like the search for the Holy Grail, it's a quest. And I wanted to go on the quest with it.
I think he was also attracted to the voice, the uniqueness in Ben's voice. You hear a lot of good singers and they're great, but you don't know who it is. There's nothing kind of that stands out that makes them unique, and I think Ben's got that. I think Danny's kind of like, this is something I want to work with, I can make work. And the whole process, Ben let me in on what's going on and what they're doing, and he'd be asking me for my opinion.
And Evil was amazing support for me, and just gave me the confidence to go after this.
We can't underestimate his contribution, because it really did elevate the whole project. I think that was the sort of secret sauce in all of it,
2 songs is going to turn into, now it's 11 songs and it's an album.
We had a nice balance of being in the room together and then going away and then throwing stuff back and forth across the water and then coming back and reconvening.
The majority of the tracking was done here at St. Rock Studios.
There's so many different people that walk through the door, and there's different
without paying.
Without paying.
Well, we had the luxury of Ben coming to LA, 3 times?
First thing we did when we got into town was we got a hamburger, actually. So we stayed in the valley at a wonderful place called the Hugo City Courtyard Hotel. We crack on with Danny basically from the next day, and we did it in 2-week blocks. And look at his studios. He's got to set up the whole box and dice. And definitely they're adding to things at the end where he's got the keys, and it was putting finishing touches on things so much. He's putting sprinkle that dust.
It's like the old analogy of going in the hairdresser. They come in with a picture of Pamela Anderson, and it's like, yeah, but you're brunette and you're 5'2" and you got thighs like a friggin' linebacker. You're not gonna look like that. But here's a style that will complement your particular physique. So producing music is similar in the sense where you have to build the track around the vocals and what's going to organically complement and work within the integrity of whatever it is the artist is wanting or trying to be.
It's a big journey. It
is a journey.
It's ups and downs, and
Get the fuck out!
Oh yeah.
It's positive. It's
It's not bad.
definitely positive.
Yeah, look, there's a good balance of tunes.
I think we've ended up with a really good record.
There's nothing too cryptic about what we're doing. We're just writing tunes that we like and singing about stuff that we like.
70s modern rock infused with a taste of industrial dance undertones.
Now, all you kids out there get to hear it. You'll get to
Check it out.
check it out, and whether you like it or whether you like it a lot, because they're the only two responses we're
It
really going to
comes,
take.
we're
on
gonna,
it.
and it comes with extra sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly right. The twist of lemon just to make it a little bit better. But it'll be out there for everyone to hear, and first 50 get free studio time at Evil Studio, which has just been announced then. I think that's fair.
Does that answer your fucking question?